Hello, good morning. Andito po kami ngayon sa KNOWSLEY Safari Park. Um, Napaaga kami. Kabubukas. Actually, hindi pa pala siya bukas. 10:30 pa ang bukas niya eh. So, medyo maaga pa kami. Tapos mamaya magra-ride kami dun sa Babon Bus. Dahil ayaw kong iikot ang sasakyan dahil minsan nga yung mga babon wild. Naninira sila ng sasakyan. Ah, Nagbayad na lang kami para mag-bus na lang. So, yun. Medyo nagdadating na yung iba. Maganda yung weather ngayon. Hindi siya ganun kainit dahil nga um, makulimlim. Pero hindi naman ganun ka, no? Mahangin siya. Ikot-ikot muna tayo at ikutin natin yung mga habang hindi pa bukas. Ayun. Mamaya doon sa giraffe. Saan ba yung yung mercat? Mamaya pa kasi. Mercat dito. Saka yung giraffe doon. Pero pwede nang ikutin. Ikutin na natin.
Nasa iyo yung map eh.
Oo, yung ticket nasa iyo, 'di ba? Ano mo siya? Ayun, may maliit na roller coaster, pwede kang sumakay dito. Ah, ito yung map oh. Mamaya, 'di ba, yung mamaya
Oras ba?
hanggang 1:30 tapos na tayo, 'di ba?
Abot tayo sa 3 o'clock siguro.
Oo. 3 o'clock kasi 1:30. 12:30 to 1:30 yung natin, 'di ba?
Abutin nga daw 2 hours.
Abutin 2 hours? Okay lang. Kasi mabagal lang yung takbo kasi noon eh. Pahinto-hinto siya. So iniikot lang namin tong loob ng safari. Yung lang to, yung ano ba yung tawag? Amusement park. Kasi mamaya pa yung pinaka talaga, yung iikutin mo yung buong yung buong safari. Magbabas kami. Where? Peacock. Ito yung peacock. Hello, peacock. 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 Yun. Tumingin din si peacock. Hello.
Batuhin tayo.
Mga yan ang kanyang Ibuka mo nga yung tail. Peacock. Peacock. Ibuka mo yung tail mo. Ayaw.
Ha? Wala?
Ikot lang kami. Ikot lang. Hanapin namin. Ayun doon yung meerkat doon. Yung eagle. Ayun, meron na. Tara, ikot na tayo doon. Halika mamaya pa yan. 12. Balik na tayo. Ito, ano to? Mga dito lang tayo sa may papunta ng Birds of Prey, Wolf of Country, Boats, Toilet. Hindi toilet ang nahanap namin. Doon yung giraffe kabila. Wolf Country. Mga to? Mga birds, talons. Hanggang maaga pa, wala pa masyadong tao. Ikot muna kami. Doon tayo sa Mercat. Doon sa Mercat doon. Saka sa giraffe. Mga birds lang yan eh. May nagsha-shopping. May dalang cart. Yun. Mostly halt. Yan, pwede kang magsakay dyan mamaya, iikot siya yung tren. Iikot yan doon, oh.
Ganda may to go on the
Nadadaan siya doon sa may Mercat, sa may Giraffe. Oh, yun. That's, ang liit ng Mercat. Yeah, isa lang yung Mercat, maliit pa siya. Tapos ayun, mayroon pang isa doon. So, ayun yung mga Mercat, maliliit pa siya. Ayun, maliit lang. Maliit pa, wala yung malaki. Ayun, ayun yung Mercat, oo. Tayo siya doon sa dulo. Ayun siya, oh. Oh. Mercat. Tapos ito pa. Asan kayo yung mga ano nito? Oh, ayun. So yun siya isa, oh. Nandun sa taas ng ano, ng puno. Oh. Ayun tumayo, yung Mercat. Ayun, oh, doon sa dulo nakatayo siya, oh. Wala malaki, no? Dati nung nagpunta tayo may malaki.
Sir Jay? Sir Jay.
Sure, Jay. Ayun tayo sa Giraffe. Ayun. Yung peacock ko.
Asan na?
Naka ano siya, oh. Naka ano siya sa ano. Peacock. Yeah. Hello, peacock. Ayun si peacock, oh. Oh. Hello, peacock. Doon tayo sa Giraffe. Ayun, oh. Meron. Yeah. Punta tayo dito sa Giraffe. Ano ba yung nandito? Pumasok yung Giraffe sa loob. Pumasok sa loob. Kanina nandito siya sa labas, eh. Tatawagin natin para lumabas siya. 9:30 na, eh, bukas na, eh. Hindi yata pumasok doon. Doon. Wala pa. Hindi siya lumabas. Wala pa siya. Mamaya pa. Nasa loob pa si Giraffe, pinapakain siguro. Tulog pa. Maaga, eh. Napaaga. So maya maya babalikan ka namin, Giraffe. Puntan muna tayo doon sa kabila. Ano ba mga nandoon? Oo nga, nagpapahinga pa, eh. Kasi pagod siya siguro kahapon. Nandito pa rin yung peacock. Ayun, meron din dun sa kabila isa. Ito, oo. Tanong natin. Peacock, anong oras lalabas si Giraffe? Ha? Ayaw niyang ibuka yung kanyang ano. May ano. Saan yung tiger? Dito tayo sa tiger trail. Doon no? Armor tiger trail. Ay yung mga ano na yun, matatapang. Dito. Ano ba nandito? Asan ba yung dito? Baka dito yung tiger. Ha? Armor. Ay, ano yun? Dahon ng gabi, ang laki. Ito. Ayan, dito yata yung selfie trail, tiger. You found the tiger. Yung ba? Wala ba dito? Wobbly bridge. Try nga natin kung nag-wobbly nga siya. Oo nga no. Oh. Ang ganda. Ay 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 ay. Ang sarap tumawid. Halik kayo, tawid kayo. Si mama oh. Oh, si mama oh, si mama oh. Dahan-dahan mama, dahan-dahan. Sabay siya. Excited. Excited. Oh, do not cross this barrier. Kasi may tiger dito. Oo, pwede pa dito. Asan ba yung mga tiger? Wala naman. Ngayon si tiger oh, nagpapahinga oh. Oh. Oh.
Sabi nga, ingay dito.
Nga eh. Asan yung mga kasama mo?
Ando yung isa, di ba?
Saan?
Diba sabi ko lang?
Doon. Doon. Siya na yata yung pumunta rito eh.
Gago. Kisas tayo sa...
Ayan siya oh. Oh, papahinga lang siya. Ayun, balik na kami dito sa may giraffe. Ayun, nakikita ko na yung kanyang likod ng giraffe. Nangunguya-nguya na yon. Ayun siya oh. Oh. Ayun na siya oh. Lumabas na yung isa. Huwag ka nang pumasok. Pumasok na naman. Nainitan. Kumakain kasi sila. Tapos pagkakain niya, lalabas ulit siya. Tago na yung isa. Andiyan na sila. Ayaw ko na.
Siguro.
Ang tinig mga merkat oh. Oh. Sinusundan niya. Akala siguro pakakainin siya. Oh, nagtayuan na sila oh. 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 Akala siguro nila pakakainin sila oh. Sergio?
Narinig nila yung stag.
Oo nga eh. Akala siguro pakakainin kayo no. Nilagpasan kayo no. Wawa naman. Magutom na siguro to. Ah. Tayo siya oh. No? Walang pagkain? Wala? Wala eh no? Wala. Tingin ka doon, left and right. Wala pa rin. Wala talaga. Wala. Oh, saan na kaya yun? Yeah. Bilad na lang sa araw. No? Ito. Ay, yung mga ano, high na. Ay, hindi. Ano yan? Parang mga ano. Ano to? Ah, boss dog. Yung mga boss dog. Ayan siya.
With the pack though, they can get on there and, get to the place.
This is Nana. This is Nana rock.
Oh, come on.
Mommy, that's grass in there. Mommy, look.
I can see.
This is
Ano? Wala pa rin yung pagkain nyo, no? Balik na tayo. Oo. Tatakbuhan na naman yan. Okay. Balik na kami doon sa ano muna. Sa base. Back to base na muna kami. Ay, pala mga merkat-merkatan oh. Meron pala dito mga merkat-merkatan eh. Oh. Ayun. Dami Misha, Michael, Mark, the merkats. Galing.
700 animals. We've got around 30 species and we've got 550 acres, so lots of space for the animals to roam around in, and the keepers have lots of work to do. Over to the right hand side you'll see the Kayang. These come from the Tibetan plateau of Asia. Some more cayenne to the right hand side. These are very powerful animals. One kick from these can do some serious damage. We've got a good sized herd of these. And over to the right we've also got the black animals, which are called yaks. We've also got the Pear David's deer. These are a deer from China. The boys have antlers on their heads, the girls don't. And these are actually extinct in the wild. The man who discovered them were called Pear David, and this is why they've got their name. They're extinct in the wild because there was a massive flood in China which wiped most of them out, and there was also something called the Boxer Rebellion as well. It was recently their rutting season. This is where they fight to get the girls. And if you look over there, the male standing up is the winner. He has lots of stuff on his antlers like mud and hay. This is because he is dressing his antlers to look biggest and also to look the most impressive. And he is the winner of the rut. Ostrich called James. Now James was being a little bit naughty, so he's basically on the naughty step at the moment till he learns his lesson. He should be with his girlfriend, so when he does learn his lesson he'll go back to his girls. Now we know this is a boy ostrich because the boys are black and white and the girls are grey and white. This is because the boys rest on the eggs of the night time and the girls rest on the eggs of the daytime, so they share parenting duties. So that's the good thing about a safari park. In each section they have lots of space to be able to roam around in. So sometimes they'll end up by the entrance, sometimes they'll end up by the exit. So what we'll do is we'll keep moving, and as we exit the baboons we'll see them a lot better as we exit the Asia section. We're going to keep moving to the Africa section now. This is where we're going to see the rest of the ostriches. We've got the zebras, rhinos, antelopes and other animals as well. Has anyone ever been on an African safari before? No, I would love to go on an African safari, but here at KNOWSLEY we've got our very own Africa section, so it's our very own African safari. Over to the right hand side you will see the wildebeests, and we've got two baby calves. Can you see the two baby calves over to the right hand side? Has anyone seen the new Lion King film? Anyone seen it yet? No, has anyone seen the old Lion King film? Yeah, everyone loves that film. Now unfortunately the wildebeests have a bad reputation due to this film. When Mufasa was clinging onto the cliff, it was the wildebeest in the massive stampede that he fell into. But we all know it was the evil Scar who killed Mufasa, not the wildebeest, don't we? So keep the girls between them for breeding. Over to the right hand side, this is where they sleep at night. If it's very cold as well, they will go inside. So the keepers will monitor their body temperatures to make sure they don't get too cold, because if they do get too cold they can get very ill, and of course we don't want that. Now can everyone spot Snowy, our white red lechwe? Yeah, a lot of people think she's an albino, but she's actually got a recessive gene, just like the ginger gene. So her mum and her dad had genetics in their bodies that were passed on to her, and this is why she has the lovely white colour. Now in the wild, Snowy wouldn't survive. Why do we not think she'd survive? Big happy life here with her friends and family. And over to the right you're going to see our zebras. This is because they dazzle their predators. Their main predators in the wild are lions. Now lions can only see in black and white. So what the zebras will do is they'll this. We're a bit higher in the car, so we will get a good glimpse of them. So here we've got Pembe, Maru, Binta and Jazz. So this is Crash B. Now, fortunately, they have been basically poached to extinction. These are our ostriches. We've got 2 girls here. These are James's girlfriends. We're just having a break from James at the moment. So these can run around 45 miles per hour, and if they were going to attack, they would use their sharp claws. Very powerful legs and very sharp claws, so you definitely would not mess with them. They're an omnivores. They'll eat little insects, they'll eat fruit and vegetables, grass, seeds. And here at KNOWSLEY we have a very strict non-feeding policy, so we don't want any of our guests to feed the animals, just because it can make them very ill. And of course the ostriches are not very intelligent, so they probably would eat anything, and we don't want to make them ill. So this is why we tell guests to keep the food to themselves and don't feed our animals. She's not moving, is she? And also, ostriches are called ratites, which means flightless birds. Come on, get off the road. So they're unable to fly because their feathers are too soft, and of course they're very big animals. Am I alright that side? If I try to scoot around?
Yeah. It's right.
Just opposite to one hairy ostrich.
Hello.
She has no fear. She's like lays in the African language. And the bongos are stripy antelopes, and they're to the right hand side. When the blesboks are born, they're very light in colour with a black nose. Then as they get older, they turn chestnut colour with a white nose. And even though they're so small, they're very feisty and you wouldn't mess with them. Their horns are very sharp and they could do some serious damage with them horns. Shark has crashed. And if you look in the hut, you'll notice one has a bit of a runny eye. Now this is Piglet, and unfortunately she has hay fever, which is pretty bad luck for a rhino because all they eat is hay and grass. So we just give her some medicine to help her out with that, because it mustn't be nice having hay fever and being a rhino, must it? Now unfortunately this bus does not have air conditioning, so it can get a bit hot. Apologies for that, but I'm sure it'll be worth it with monkeys on the bus.
Fighting.
Look at the monkeys, they're fighting. Look on my side. See the monkeys, they were fighting. Has a bubble. Look at the
So this is the outskirts. I don't know what everyone's queuing for. We're going to go to the main baboon area.
Are the monkeys still on?
He's on the roof, babe.
will get told off in here for keeping the windows open and also for trying to feed the monkeys. Because if you get bitten by one, you definitely know about it. It's because the alpha baboon's teeth are as sharp and as powerful as a lioness.
Okay. Look, that's the food area.
So yeah, that's the food area, and we'll get a closer up glimpse of that as we look around.
There's bum. There's bum. You see the bum? Look, here. You see? Look up the window there. Do you see his bum bum? Oh no. Oh no.
Look, he's.
Oh no. Look, Eddie. Oh nice.
Look at the cute little bit. No! Look the baby!
Look.
No, baby, look the baby! Oh, look, they're all cleaning it.
So we're going to make our way to the main baboon area now.
Where's the monkey?
He's still on the roof.
Is he gonna come down?
Someone's having a sunbathe on someone's car. And if you look on the ground, you will see lots of pieces of car from the baboons. We've also got the Ankoli cattle living in with the baboons. These are a domesticated cow from Africa.
Oh, Eddie, look. Oh, you see him? Oh, Eddie, look, there's another one. Look. Oh, you don't know.
There's poo on you.
Get ready, this one coming.
With the Ankoli cattle, the boys' horns stick out and the girls' horns stick up.
He did, didn't he?
Look at the roof over there. It's some poo on. Is that? That's it,
Hey, bum bum.
Wow! Look, there's a monkey and black car over there. And look.
That's why I'm afraid of it.
That's why the beginning was still chasing each other. Look over there. I'm funny. Oh my god, I can see the boards.
Where?
What's that? Look at that big one on that one. Oh my god, the baby's going to win that. What's Daddy saying?
Get off that car.
Oops.
Daddy's saying, get off that car.
Good pick, yeah?
Daddy's saying, get off.
Oh, Eddie.
Sweet. Ayun.
Ready?
Hindi siya.
Do you think he might jump on the floor?
Look at that one there on the balls.
Look at the bubble one.
Nice jump on the balls. Daddy, look down there. Look down there. Look at that one down there. There's a big one down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's the feeding area.
And this is the main food area to the right.
Look, Edith, look, Edith. Come in, go in, look.
He's going to jump on the ball. It's a very thin baby one. Oh! Martin's come up my side.
Old steer. So, to the right hand side you're going to see our axis deer, and we also have a barrasinger called Barry, but he thinks he's an axis deer.
Oh, better not. Big pop buddy.
Has anyone seen the Disney film Bambi? They look a bit like Bambi, don't they? Brown antelope, and the boys are more of a grey-blue colour. We've got the Elds deer from Cambodia, which is the smaller brown deer. These are actually doing terrible, so we have got a conservation project out in Cambodia. We're trying to boost up the numbers, build shelters for them so they can obviously breed. We've also got the black buck. These are the antelope with the spirally horns, and they're called this because the older the boys get, the blacker in colour they get.
I might see a bison down there.
So bisons, the largest land mammals of Europe. I call them the big friendly giants because even though they're massive, they're pretty chilled out animals.
I can see it.
You see him? So we've got 7 brothers.
That one there. That's a bison.
He's just having a drink. So they grow their fur for the winter, then they shed their fur for the summer. These come from very cold areas of Europe like Romania or Poland. Shelter. In the 1920s, these guys nearly went extinct in the wild, but luckily due to breeding programs around the world, they were able to boost up the numbers and they were reintroduced to the wild, so they're now classed as vulnerable on the red list, which is much better than extinct in the wild. In England and Scotland as well. They've got lots of different colour variations. They've got white ones, spotty ones, brown ones, and this is very natural for the fallow deer to have. Also, their antlers are in velvet at the moment. This means they're growing. Then as soon as they stop growing, their velvet will peel off like a banana skin, and that's when they'll start fighting to get the girls because it'll be solid bone then. As soon as they win the fight or lose the fight, their antlers will fall off and then
What's the
regrow
lion
for the
bit?
next year.
What's the lion bit? The lion bit. Yeah, I've been on this before. That was the lion bit.
Like a real safari drive. Sorry about the bumps. This bit's very bumpy.
I think I just saw the lion.
Not fancy him, so it didn't work out. He had to move on. We might get another boy in the future, but I think she quite likes being on her own. Moose are the second largest land mammals of Europe. And of course, the first ones.
I didn't know they were close, but I
our wolves. Now our Iberian wolves like to hide as well. We've got Morena and Carlos in this enclosure up next. So we've put them together for breeding. We're hopefully going to get some pups because Iberian wolves are classed as vulnerable in the wild. They're not doing great. And these guys come from northern Spain and Portugal in the wild. They're the smallest of the grey wolves. Why is her window open? We're going into a lion enclosure. Window. Keep your windows closed, thank you.
Last time I saw
Sea lions to all stations. We've got a little lost boy around the walk-around area.
You can see this one's been into the monkeys. The light's missing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the lions are to the right hand side. We've got 6 here at Knowsley Safari Park in this enclosure, and we've got 5 in the other enclosure, which we're going to go to after this.
We checked in the building before.
I can see Snoop back.
So Scooter and Sam are half brothers. So when they were around 3 or 4, they had to get split up because naturally in the wild, the boys will move on. The girls stay within the pride their whole lives, the boys don't. I feel like Masai and Poppy have spotted a bird of some sort because you can see how they're creeping towards. They're fixed onto some prey. So here at Knowsley we can't give them any live feed, that is illegal. But unfortunately, if any birds like a donkey and they've got stripy legs like a zebra. These are critically endangered due to humans unfortunately killing them for their meats, and also they're losing lots of habitat due to conflicts. They look a bit like a donkey, don't they? But their technical name is a wild ass. Fabulous! They normally store fat in their humps. A lot of people think it's water, but this is actually a myth. We've got the domesticated camel, but the wild Bactrian camel is doing terrible. There's less than 1,000 left in the Gobi Desert. They've been killed from miners, killing them for food, losing habitat, so they're struggling. And the baby camels called the boys that are away from the girls are the boys that lost the rut, so they're a bit upset they don't get the pick of the girls. These are the ones that are still in the Chinese imperial hunting ground, but there is technically none left in the wild. But our job here at Knowsley is to try and boost up the numbers so we can then hopefully introduce them out there in the future when we have enough. Got the kayaks we've seen before, and to the right hand side we've got the yaks as well. Live high up in the mountains in the Tibetan Plateau of Asia, just like our kayak live in the Tibetan Plateau of Asia. Shows. We've also got the ultimate brick safari animals, so go and have a little look at them. We've also got meerkats, giraffes, tigers, wolves, the list goes on. So I hope you have a great day.